Hello, little ones. Would you like to hear a story? I've got one for you. From Rolling with Remix. Long ago, the land of Irion was a land of plenty, and many wanted to lay claim to its riches. When those who lived in Irion could no longer agree on who held what, civil war broke out across the entire realm, until the kobolds, in desperation to keep their kingdom afloat, summoned the dark and terrible Dragotha. The great dragon cared not for the alliances constantly made and broken across Irion, and razed many of its great cities to the ground, until a last desperate alliance finally slew the titanic worm. With no one in any shape to continue the fight, an armistice was reached, and the Great War ended. But tensions were still on the rise. 30 years later, a ragtag group of adventurers, who met at a harvest festival and joined forces to look for the missing mentor of one of their band, were hired by a mysterious old man to travel to the great city-states of Irion and perform acts of heroism that those in power would not approve of. But those same acts served to heighten tensions across the land, and the old man, secretly a scheming mind flayer, revealed that once more Irion had fallen into a great civil war. Now, with militaries and dark powers on the rise, our heroes gather their forces in hopes of saving what they can before Irion once more falls into ruin. Momo, the Aarakocra cleric.
You're my friend. You're my family. And I'll protect you at all costs.
Corellian, the kobold paladin.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Malifan, the half-elf rogue.
I won't stand idle. Not while people's lives are at stake.
Oh, this should be fun.
Quintessa, the human fighter.
You shouldn't be surprised. Everyone is out for themselves in the end.
And Scam Likely, the goblin artificer.
There are three constants: death, taxes, and my ability to dodge both.
Unprepared though they might be, our heroes find themselves at the front lines of a great battle to save the fallen empires. Last time on Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. While overseeing construction, Corellian overheard rumors among the staff that Annabelle's new friend was some sort of terrifying figure. Going over to investigate, he found that she had reanimated the body, or pieced together bodies, of a friend of hers who died in a carriage accident long ago. Though the creature, which Annabelle called Jasper, was clearly the silent type and clearly off-putting, Annabelle insisted it was fine, and so Corellian decided to leave it be for now. Meanwhile, Quintessa found two new visitors to her library. Mr. Fox, who seemed to just be there to want to read in peace, and Bryce Halfheart, who was frantically looking for a book on the Thri-Kreen to try and translate what they were saying, as, evidently, they went to the blacksmith's to ask about his service, and was thoroughly intimidated by Quintessa's, let's call it aloof nature, despite her best efforts. Luckily, Momo was there to help translate, and so the day went on. Scam Likely paid off his loan to the bank, began some work on sending stones, and then went to sleep, dreaming of counting the hoard he had obtained from Dragotha's lair, with the great dragon himself watching over him, silent. As Scam tried to provoke any sort of reaction, he found the gold melting in his hands, turning into a burning lake of molten ore, as Dragotha told him to reap what he had sown. Waking up in a feverish sweat, Scam went into the bathroom and poured out the gold, bathing in it, only to find that he was 4,000 gold short. Sent into a frenzy, Scam was on the warpath, demanding Momo's help to figure out who could have taken gold from the middle of a bag of holding he used as a pillow, engaging in a high-speed flying chase when Momo wanted to wait until after breakfast. After venting his anger by going into the woods and blowing up a bear, Scam returned, looking for answers, when Quintessa floated the idea that it could have been Mr. Fox. Right after saying that, she, Malifane, and Scam all came to the realization that there was no other suspect who made sense. Momo reanimated the bear carcass, much to the fear and dismay of the workers at Battenrance, and walked it back into the woods, startling a young dragonborn by the name of Kelwyn Thaltez, who had been hired on to run the herbalism workshop at Battenrance Hall. Fresh from the Academy of Port Morandu, Kelwyn carried a book written by Gruvon Whitehand. And though they seemed, rather understandably, jumpy after witnessing a zombified bear lumber through the woods, Kelwyn seemed very knowledgeable about the field of herbalism and its uses in medicine, and friendly enough, as long as necromancy wasn't being practiced anywhere near them. On that front, Corellian talked to Momo, saying that perhaps there were better ways to practice necromancy than out in the open with people who did not understand it and in fact feared it. There were likely better people to talk to about that sort of thing, including Magder, one of Momo's first mentors in the art of necromancy, and the goddess Sirenita herself, once the amulet recharged to allow Momo a chance to speak with her. Meanwhile, Malifane, Quintessa, and Scam attempted to summon Mr. Fox, with increasingly less believable methods of luring him over, before finally deciding that perhaps he would be interested in the book that Trevlon was trapped in. Magic, however, did not seem to work on it, and attempting to use a crowbar to pry the book open merely snapped the crowbar in two. Corellian and Momo returned, freaked out at the attempts to break open the book and potentially damage Trevlon. And after a long talk about how dangerous that sort of thing would be, and how Scam pointed out that no one really told him how dangerous that sort of thing would be, they agreed to leave the book back in the enchantry once again and look after it in the morning. How successful will our heroes be in opening the book? Now that they have an herbalist, will they have a plan to retrieve the Mortis Memoria? And how many more bears is Momo going to animate for his undead army? Find out on tonight's episode of Rolling with Remix, Fallen Empires. Hello, and welcome to Rolling with Remix, Falling Empires, where I don't have to reset the drop in the deck of magic things thing. You have to reset the deck of magic things thing. We already drew that card. You can't make me. I remember that. Nina. Joining me today are my lovely cast of players. We have Scott.
I think we should all just be friends.
We have Jojo.
He was only 10.
You'll never know the context. We have Queen.
I will be auditioning for Fallen Empires the musical with the song Bitch Please by Death Grips.
And we have Xander.
Someone gave me a 2-month pass for World of Warcraft, and my life is over.
Oh no!
Well, we no longer have Xander. Say goodbye.
Well,
Xander.
goodbye.
Atwis will not be joining us today. Health. So when last we left our heroes, they had decided to stop messing around with the book Trevlon was trapped in, for now at least, bring it back to the enchantry, and go back to whatever the hell they wanted to do around Battenrance Hall until the Sending Stone project was finished. There's the construction noises.
Oh, classic.
They never stop. Wait, do they never stop?
They stopped. Yeah, they stopped last session.
Yeah, they stopped. There's no construction projects. I'm Boo Boo the Fool.
He's okay.
So like, wait, I don't think I ever actually paid for the Sending Stones yet. So I should probably deduct that from my inventory.
Yes, that would be good.
The Sending Stone project, as I open up the Battenrance Enchantry, it's a quarter of the cost, so that's only going to cost 75 gold, I believe.
I think it's quarter cost and half time, right?
Yes, quarter cost and half time. So it's to have 500 gold, but 75 gold. Because no, that's not quarter. No,
125.
125. Thank you. Yes, that's what I meant to say. So I'll deduct 125 from my inventory, and that takes 5 days. Technically, I think I did work on it for 1 so far.
Yes, you are currently at 4.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no, I still have like 7,500 gold. Oh no, the expense.
Oh no, how will you ever be able to afford whatever that is?
Oh no, I'll never be able to show my face again.
Alright. Yeah, go for it. Were you going to say something?
No!
Cool. In that case, there are no active construction projects, so unless you wanted to start one, but I think you were discussing judging which ones you wanted to start before heading out once the sending stones were done. Yeah, the hall is open. If you just want to fast forward through time, I'll just go over the important events.
What do you think, team?
Do it.
Let's see
I
if
will
we can do something.
Yeah.
And if we
Also,
can,
I'm going to say Quintessa doesn't know anything about what you guys are planning, so one of you might want to tell her.
I know we, if I recall correctly, I know we wanted to boost our defenses, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the plans, yes.
Yes. I think we should work on that while we're out, because we're getting closer and closer to where people could be starting to think about raiding Vatnrance or something. So, or like,
You also only have standard set of guards. You don't really have any alliances that would help you out during a siege.
That is
yeah, let's get some defenses up and running.
For the record, I can cast Glyph of Warding, by the way.
Ooh, that'll be super helpful.
So if anybody wants to pay Scam to cast Glyph of Warding, he will. I can do... I don't think I have it prepared at this current second, but it costs me 200 gold in powdered diamonds. I can either create a explosive glyph, so it'll burst and deal damage to anyone who triggers it, or I can store a spell in a glyph. So it'll I could whether it's like it has to be one of my prepared spells. I don't think I can.
Yeah,
do a spell.
it's got to be one of yours.
Yeah.
Remind me again, for my own sake, the explosion, does that only affect the target of the spell, or does it affect the surrounding environment as well? Each creature in the area needs to dodge it, but it only affects creatures. Okay. Now I could, this would be a really expensive, this is not a damaging one. I could do explosion ones easily for just defenses, but I can also, since not all attacks are loud, I could also program alarm spells into glyphs. So that we have some magical alarm system set up that when people, cross the threshold and they don't carry with them the means of getting by, it'll trigger an entire alarm system. That's one thing I could do.
I think that would be super good, but I think we should also save that in case, emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we should have some sort of... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say I could also, do, Shatter or, Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
Or... I could also have... I have Wind Wall. I don't think that actually prevents...
Shell Pass.
Well, I don't think that doesn't prevent people from walking through. That it does stop projectiles.
It stops arrows. Siege weapons would probably be able to get through, ballista and catapult shots.
But if archers are trying to fire, they would be rebuffed by that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we should stick on the low for alarms or stuff like that.
It's just okay.
Yeah,
Totally. Well, Scam has the ability to do things, so really, just he's not going to invest all of his money solely into it. So
but if it comes to it, then Momo will pay you.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can do for defenses before we head out.
All right. So, pulling up the sheet, scrolling down towards keep upgrades. Siege defenses are complete. Advanced siege defenses, that is.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go.
What about a drawbridge?
Yeah. I was interested in the drawbridge.
I also was. I think we could add the additional guard towers once we return, but right now I think the drawbridge would be the most useful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Alright.
I'm willing to put in 500 if someone else wants to put in 200. Or
sure.
Someone else wants to put in 300.
Okay.
Wait, how much is it?
I can put in...
It's 1,000. Okay. I can put in...
Wait, it's 1,000?
Yeah.
1,000 gold, yeah.
I'm gonna put in 500.
I'll put in 200 if you want.
I can put in the remaining 300.
Yeah,
good.
let's do that.
Okay. Cool.
We're rich, bitch.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get a shit ton of treasure.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, wait, sorry, how much did everyone put in again?
I
I
put
put
in
200.
500.
Oh.
Mel put in 300. Defensive drawbridge is paid for.
Oh, okay, so then y'all got that covered?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm mostly allocating all of Scam's funds to magical, so we can like get as much magic shit as possible.
Yeah, that's probably the best option.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want to go like ham on like the defenses and shit like that, I'll prioritize magical research and all that.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Um,
Does anyone have any other defense ideas that we could do, or are we good to go?
I'm just looking through the lists.
Okay.
I mean, not that's anything immediate besides the god towers.
Like I said, I think we should wait until we get home to do that stuff. But if you
Alright.
guys really think we should use the guard towers, then I will help pay for those as well.
Additional guard towers, it's 800 each per guard tower, so you can just keep buying those as long as you need them.
And how many do we have?
Oh,
One.
okay.
Oh. Alright, we might want to buy one now then.
Okay, I'll put in 400 then.
Might be beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah!
In an effort to kill two birds with one stone, both for defenses and also because we don't really have any merchants at all here, maybe put in something for a weapons or armor merchant.
Do
Since
we
we have
have-
the smithy.
Do we have an alchemist lab, by the way?
Yes, that is Annabelle.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure.
You've got a smithy, and I believe you already have a weapons and armor merchant, but you
Why
can
isn't that
buy
possible?
more than one merchant, hire them on. The merchants, there is no limit to the number you can have.
Okay. Interesting.
Well then.
Do you guys have any interest in an addition? Any of them? Like another merchant somewhere?
I am into the idea of starting a merchant coalition under Scam. So, I am willing to begin an order of capitalism, but only if it is I need a name for a business that Scam will be in charge.
If you want, I can paint you a sign.
Yes.
I'm only going to make one request, and it's actually under my own personal requests, and that's maybe don't put it under your own namesake, because something tells me that using the name Scam in the means of capitalism can only mean bad things.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe use like Thelonious or something.
Yeah. It's
No.
likely
No.
quality.
It's likely quality. Yeah! Likely
That's
quality.
good, I like that.
It's likely quality. I'm gonna call it
Yeah.
Scam and Sons. Like,
You're scamming our sons? What are you doing?
Scamming-
Think of the children!
that's what do you think war is?
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh.
I cut deep.
Good for absolutely nothing.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Right, no. In terms of the god tower, I'll put in the other 400 to pay for it.
Okay.
Just to satiate my curiosity, because I don't remember if we went over this, what classifies as exotic goods?
So basically, because it requires a jeweler's workshop, that's really fancy stuff, like high-end boutique goods being sold, rather than, oh, I just got this $3 charm bracelet from Sephora, which definitely sells charm bracelets. Definitely, shut the fuck up.
Okay, thank you.
valid.
I'm personally good on anything, so really anything else
Alright.
is up to you guys. Domain.
I'm good.
I've got 3666 gold now. Hey.
There
Hey.
is only one There's only one other thing I have interest in, but I don't think we need to prioritize it, so I think I'm good for now.
You got a lot of gold. You can buy it if you want. What is it? Just for curiosity's sake.
I mentioned this last session as well, but I said just to be selfish, I was also interested in like a training grounds. So.
Oh
wait, we have that already.
Yeah,
Never
the practice range for the manor.
Practice range. That's what I meant. Thank you.
Okay.
Sure. If you're buying it.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'm trying to find it in the page.
That's mansion expansion.
Mansion expansion.
Above merchants and below the big block of temporary lifestyle improvements.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, I can pay for that.
Cool.
I can help if you need it.
Sure. I could do 750 if you'll do 250 or something like that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
All right. So, just to recap, you're buying defensive drawbridge, a second guard tower, and practice range.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You talk with Bird over the plans, hand over the gold. He nods. I'll talk to Maggie and see if we have enough guards around to actually, man these things effectively.
Sounds good.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Do you know
like
of anyone we could hire to man them?
If you wanted to go trolling around the area, I'm looking to see who is available to spare some men in the middle of a war. You could. I'd say, unless you wanted to risk an encounter with any of the major city-states, your best choices would probably be either the orcs or the dwarves.
There's a particular group of people who, regardless of times of war or not, are always available to fuck shit up.
I do know that. You know who else knows that? Literally everyone else on the continent. You know who's probably already hired them?
Yeah, but I point specifically to the Adventurers Guild contract that we could buy.
Yes. The Adventurers Guild contract. That will get you better quality hirelings available at Battenrance Hall.
What?
Something to consider. Hey, we could always advertise successful business ventures in Mawthorn. We are a patron of adventurers, and 2 of them actually ended up surviving, so I consider that an absolute win.
True.
I'll pop this back up so that people can see the how much the guild contracts are.
Thank you.
It's 1,500. So when you say better quality hirelings, what does that entail mechanically for us?
Higher level.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
So that you're not getting, a shitty first level rogue.
Might be worth actually investing. I know it's a lot, but, it is probably worth investing in beefing up some of the folks around here with some more skilled and capable individuals.
I
agree.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Alright, 1,500. Let's see. Do some quick math. Momo, 1,500 divided by 4. What do you got?
He thinks for a second.
And pulls out his calculator app.
No! It's 375.
375. I know 4 of us want to go in on that.
I can help.
Yeah,
sure.
It's minor to me, so I don't mind doing that.
Works for me.
Cool. 375? Yeah, no, I mean, that seems like a good one to have if we're in a war.
Yeah.
We want capable folks around here, and so it's probably gonna, in the long run, be more effective if we actually have people who aren't gonna die from a single arrow to the face.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
And then Bert takes that money, talks about he's going to send people out to negotiate with the Adventurers Guild, see about getting them an office here. Looks up. So for whenever you're heading out, where might I ask where you're planning on going?
I kind of look at Malifane.
I actually, breaking character, I don't remember where the
It begins!
South
What
of
is that supposed
Irion.
to mean?
South!
Pamphlet.
Did I mention that?
No, I'm joking about all of us.
DM, can you I'm still trying to pull up the OneDrive.
It's in the south of Irion. If I pulled up the world map, there are a couple of different pins in it. It is the southernmost one.
Oh, that's in Lizard Folk territory.
Sorry, just a pin.
How the fuck do you plan to represent things on a map?
That's
At least they're
also really
color-coded.
close. Not just lizard folk territory, that's also really close to...
elves.
Elves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, life's not without a bit of risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we were heading to the south. Didn't really think about this.
Bert slowly looks up. Yeah, so I'm not forgetting things. And your last encounter with the elves was terrible, correct?
Did not go well, yes.
It was decent.
And your plan was to go down there.
Maybe avoid Ash and Laura altogether if possible.
I mean, don't we also need to go to Ashra and Laura for Corellian's dead wife?
No.
I have no idea.
Bert looks between everyone. Well, I can clearly see some stuff needs to be planned out that I'm not good at. I'll leave you to it.
Sorry, my
Have a
internet
nice
keeps
day,
cutting out. Like,
Cheers.
everything keep losing Yelp. Not sure if anyone heard what I said, but
Yeah, we heard the plan was to go to Ashenalora for Corellian's dead wife.
yes, okay, cool.
Oh, that part, yes.
Is Corellian's wife kept in National Laura? Or I thought it was in Merdeel.
Why would it be in Merdeel? Those are the people who killed her, Momo, says Corellian.
That was a terrifyingly good.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. Yeah, no, I mean, so we imagine, I believe, is in Asher and Laura, and so, in order for the great corpse heist to take place, we're gonna need to actually get to where the corpse is.
The Great Corpse Heist. What the fuck is the Great Corpse Heist?
Want to tell her, or should I?
So, Quintessa, what do you think? You're a smart woman. What?
Thank you.
Use context clues. What do you think Great Corpse Heist means in the context of us talking about Corellian's dead wife?
Not
What? As in, we're going to literally steal her corpse?
Yep!
Oh! Okay.
Because apparently her family does not like Corellian, and they're probably not just gonna give up her body for resurrection, so we're gonna steal it and bring her back, and they can be thankful for it later.
I've done worse things, alright.
Take about 10 steps back, love. What do you mean you've done worse?
That's none of your business.
Anyway,
I kind of think I don't want to know anyway. So.
Anyway, that's not the only other piece of information. There's some other stuff we're going down for. We received some information from the Jack of Diamonds about this flower. It's called the Mortis Memoria, I believe. Look, it actually could be a chance to save my mother. Look at this.
What? Momo looks at it.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there for that either. Shit.
Sam, pointedly yawns and looks away.
Is this... No, this has to be a joke, surely.
I mean, it seems legit enough. I mean, one of the... Didn't you say you guys had... Momo, Didn't you say you ran into one of the other hirelings who knew something about this?
Oh, yes, we ran into a Dragonborn who I can't quite recall his name at the moment.
Kelwin Feltes, pronouns they, them.
Yeah. Frick, I keep forgetting that they're they, them, I apologize. They said that they knew something about it. He was, they were a student of herbalism, and they were researching it.
This could be our chance. This could be a very rare opportunity to actually snap her out of whatever it is she's in.
So remind me so kindly, if you will, about your dear mother. What exactly is ailing her?
That's just the thing. I'm not even sure myself. It's some sort of plague of the mind of some sort, but
it's alcohol poisoning.
Well,
and
that's
so
certainly part of it.
And this is something we are not to discount the possibility of going on some sort of death-defying quest to find a magical fucking flower, but are we certain that this is something that is not easily cured by one of Momo's divine acts of greater restoration?
I don't think
That's a point.
I mean, he kind of like puts his hands up just a little bit. I could give it a try, but I don't know if I'm that powerful. Or if I have any of the proper spells to be able to do that kind of magic.
Well, at the same time, this is something that's been affecting her for years.
I did, but I can give it a try, but I can't make any guarantees.
Well, this isn't really a recent thing. She's been like this for years, so
it might be a lot harder to take care of.
This is a rare opportunity that we have. I don't expect you to understand it, Scam, but I want you to trust me.
Yeah, it's not about trust, it's a matter of pragmatism. But listen, all I'm saying is, this might be a hole of hoopla for something that could easily be fixed through some divine magic that we know and have seen Momo cast. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't go get this thing, I'm just saying we should really fan out our options and consider that, oh hey, this flower might be more trouble than it's worth when we could have just as easily fixed it ourselves.
If you want Malifane,
it's a case of I would rather be certain one solution isn't going to work before we pursue one that might or might not exist. Am I crazy for thinking it?
No,
I guess not.
I'm willing to give it a shot. But as I said before, I can't make any guarantees. But I am willing
something
to try.
Something to consider.
As long as you're comfortable with it, Malifane, it's your mother.
What do we know about this flower? What does it do?
I recall, out of character, I recall that,
I'm on one drive and send you.
Cool.
I know that the flower needs to be, in a container with plenty of soil and water, and it can't be exposed to too much sunlight, unlike most plants. Kelvin said that it thrives in darkness.
Interesting. So, wake up from a attack. What does that mean? Ugh.
Basically, if there is some inside force that is preventing them from getting normally restored, you can go in and see what it is, and hopefully deal with it.
So, how the dream spell works, or?
Kind of like how the dream spell works, yeah.
Okay. Only that useful.
Isn't that... This is an out-of-character question. Isn't there a spell called Dispel Evil and Good? Or something like that? Or am I thinking of something different? That, you can fucking...
Detect.
No, there's Detect Evil... No, there's a 5th level spell called Dispel Evil and Good.
Protection.
No, there is Dispel Evil and Good. I looked it up.
No.
It is a spell that...
Has it.
I believe clerics have it, yeah. If you can cast 5th level spells. You can
Yep, he has it.
as special functions, you can either break an enchantment or dismissal that is, on the part of a celestial, fey, fiend, elemental, or undead. So do we know like what specifically is affecting your mother? We don't. Like we have no idea. We have zero idea. Oh my god.
Well, it's a mix of a lot of things.
Right.
It's a mix of... Well, you okay with me saying it's Malafin?
All I know is part of it is alcoholism.
Part of it's alcoholism, part of it is mental trauma.
Malafine, if you want me to try, I will.
I trust you, Momo.
I'll do everything I can.
I don't think it can possibly be worse than whatever is currently affecting her anyways.
We'll get the flower for the last resort, but if it's something that I can, in fact, help with, if I can, then by Serenita, but we'll see how it goes. Of course.
Thank you, Momo.
Yeah, I mean, we just got a bunch of treasure anyway, so dropping, 100 gold on diamond dust is nothing to us at this moment. So, the question is, though, is if she's like, we could just, we should probably buy a couple of it just in case there's a chance we might need to benefit from one or more castings.
Right.
I mean, hey, look, I don't know. We got to go south for this thing, so we might as well, go over to where your mother is, make a quick little day trip, and then, if that don't work, then we head south.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right.
So, yeah.
Cool. So, with that settled, did you want to head out tomorrow morning or wait until the sending stones are done?
Oh, we should probably wait until the sending stones are done.
Yeah.
Unless, and we can kill two. How long does it take to get to and from where his mother is?
Let's see. Let me pull out the map again.
Yeah.
Woo!
Because this could easily just we could easily just do this as if it's within 4 days or so.
Yeah,
y'all
she's
can
literally...
go over, and then and while Scam continues to work on the sending stones. So
yeah, that's a day trip.
Day
day there, day back.
Oh, great! Yeah,
that's not terrible.
If I need 4 more days on the sending stone, so y'all can go over there and be back, and that way you don't have to wait until for me to be done.
Right.
And then if we have to go south, then that's the case. However, for the sake of that adventure, then Scam is going to recommend you hold off 1 more day, just so he can long rest to make a new infusion. I will replace the bag of holding with my temporary sending stones, just to have so you can keep me appraised on how this goes.
Okay.
All right.
Let me remove my bag of holding infusion. I'm going to infuse some sending stones. Cool, and I'll give a sending stone to Momo.
Thank you.
Considering the direction we're going in... Oh, we don't have the book yet. Never mind.
I also just came to find out that Momo has the spells Dispel Magic, Detect Poison and Disease, and Dispel Good and Evil.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have all of those prepared for
Alright.
for this.
Yep.
I don't think Dispel Magic will work on here, but it depends. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh,
Yeah.
Also, clerics don't have Identify, do they? Shit.
Clerics
on,
do
I
not
can
have
check.
identify.
Frick,
I'm a-
never mind.
I do not have spell storing item yet, but if I did, I would give you Identify and little thing for you to cast, but I think that's in a
Aw.
couple levels. For me.
Yeah, nope, clerics don't get identify.
Yeah.
Aw,
Aw.
that's...
Unfortunately.
That's nuts.
It is what it is.
Mhm.
May as well prepare... Well, if we're going to going to bed, I may as well prepare one combat maneuver of some sort.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
Oh gods, Rose on the battlefield will need a revision now.
Well, while everyone's getting ready for bed, Momo's actually going to take this time to write a letter to Magdor.
Okay.
And I will write that down. And do you want me to say it out loud, or do you just want me to send it to you when I'm done with it?
Say it out loud if you would.
Okay.
While I put together a mailman token, it's probably just going to be a Tabaxi since they run the Mail Workers Guild.
Yeah.
Stealing our mail.
Motherfucker, they don't have any Tabaxi tokens.
Oh, what?
Why would they?
I don't know, because I have a shitload of bought things in the Roll20 SRD. And I thought, for sure, they'd have a Tabaxi.
Just get a picture one.
Fuck it. It's a regular cat.
He's a domestic cat tabaxi, the most precious things. Can it be a serval?
No, it cannot. It is very limited in the number of tokens I have.
Frig! I'm just gonna imagine it's a serval, because that makes me happy.
That is fair.
Okay. Momo grabs a quill, grabs paper, and he begins to write. Dear Magdor, I've been experiencing more with my necrotic abilities and have found myself to become enthralled with the possibilities of my newfound powers. If there's anything you can do to assist me, or if there's anything you can tell me that would help me to calm my fears about these odd... what's the word I'm looking for?
Tribulations.
Huh?
Tribulations.
Sure. And have you gone through anything similar when you were younger, around my age, when you first found these abilities? Please respond as soon as possible. Thank you. Sincerely, Momo.
All right. So I put that down in my own terrible shorthand note-taking style.
Excellent.
Perfect. Looks great.
Excellent.
You head over to the Mail Workers Guild, drop it off, and they tell you that someone will head out first thing in the morning. Because as you look up in the Mail Workers Guild, there are a lot of hung hammocks that Tabaxi are just sleeping in, paws draped over the sides.
Thank
Most
you.
excellent.
You go strike.
Precious workers.
Right.
Yes. Sleeping on the job.
Technically, they're closed, so they have nowhere else to go. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check one thing real quick.
Okay.
Okay. You all head to bed. Quintessa, are you sleeping in the library or in your room?
I will sleep in my room for once.
Okay.
Why?
No reason.
Okay.
So, morning comes, and you are woken up by the sounds of construction. Woo!
It's oddly calming.
Bunk, dunk, 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 dunk.
I could fall asleep to these sounds now.
Well, I fucking can't!
You haven't been here for long. You haven't been here as long as we have.
I'm pouring candle wax into my ear holes.
This is a very
Please
easy
do
thing
not
to do.
go deaf. So what's for Be Fast?
What is for Be Fast? I shall roll to find out.
Whoa! A fucking boiled egg.
One singular egg. You'll have to fight for it.
I'll have to split.
You can have it.
You're gonna have to ration it out. Oh no. Oh no.
But, sausage!
Yes! Now that I can eat.
That Momo has no existential problems with.
Why? Because it's not all ground up and you can't tell what animal it used to be?
Don't give me ideas, please.
It's
I'd rather
bullshit.
enjoy this.
That's a pig. That is a pig. You are eating a pig? Oink oink.
That's a little more suitable for me, honestly.
Alright, well there you go.
He pours coffee and waits for everyone else to get here.
I will, for no paranoid reason whatsoever, go and make sure the library is okay.
The library looks to be in order, with one difference. In the little sign-in book that you had demanded everyone who had previously visited the library sign their name in, you can see the name Mr. Fox with a cute little drawing of a fox head next to it as the period for the Mr.
I'm gonna piss.
Alright, I will look at that and be like, and then just go
By the way,
double check to see if everything's in order.
Yes. I did not forget about what I'm supposed to do this morning either, so I'm really just finished getting my spell prepared so I can not die doing this.
Yeah, Mal is going to store the map of the astral plane into his things, and that's pretty much it, really. He's going to go downstairs.
Cool.
Actually, out of curiosity, are the apples rotten at this point?
Yeah, they're fucking rotten! How long's it been since you got them?
I figured. Okay.
What's refrigeration? You live in Irion!
That's a good point. Okay.
They're called ice boxes.
Great.
Do
you have one?
Great question.
No, you do
Do
not.
we have one? No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Rip.
I'm just gonna put the word rotten next to this and use it for utility later. Cool.
Excellent.
So, before I do any additional work on the sitting stones, I'm going to do something that I wanted to do. First of all, I'd like to go into the library and then write my name in the book, scam, and then have Jubity just fucking dip ink onto his cloth limb and slap the book. And I want to then find the book, the weird book, the book that has their friend in it, supposedly.
Alright. You head downstairs to the enchantry to start looking for the book. Torkalin is down there, digging through a bunch of drawers, looking very, very panicked.
Sorry, my internet cut out. What was that?
Torkalin is down there in the enchantry, looking very, very panicked and digging through a whole bunch of drawers.
No!
Hi, Torkalin, what's up?
Hello! Don't be mad! Not my fault! I was not here! Book's gone!
What?
Beg your pardon.
The
Oh
book
god, he did it!
is gone!
Torkalin, where were you in the course of the night?
I was in the barracks, with about 30 to 50 other people who can vouch for me being there.
I'm pointing my arcane firearm at him. Do you mean to tell me that your laboratory has no protections, defenses, or otherwise abjurative elements to prevent people from walking in and stealing things?
No, they don't have the budget for that!
You absolute fucking amateur. Okay, hold on. Just, can I look around just to really make sure it's gone and that Torkalin's not just being an idiot?
Make an investigation check.
Happily. And for some reason, my Chrome extension is not working. So let me quickly turn it off and on again, because that's how IT works, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. Alright, that's taking too long. I'll just roll d20 and I'll add my modifier to it. Investigation. Ha ha! Okay, cool. Well, first of all, I'm also gonna flash a genius myself. That's a 16.
Alright. So, Torkalin has tossed away or unlocked all sorts of locks that were in the room. You can kind of see some arcane markings on them, so at least he knows arcane lock to keep that shit in. But the drawers are flung open, and together you and Torkalin check every possible place the book could be, and you don't find it.
I'm gonna go check the library for the book.
Okay.
You'll find Quintessa there.
Hey Quintessa, how you doing? Good morning. Just gonna look around, don't mind me.
Oh, of course.
Yep, no worries. I look around. Do I find the book anywhere?
No.
Okay.
What's wrong?
I might need to skip town before Momo and Corellian and Malifane find out what's happening.
Alright, well, what's happening?
Okay, so clearly I may have done... Okay, I think this one might be on me. I'm willing to admit that this one might be the exact consequences of my actions.
What did you do?
You know the book that has their friend in it? I forget his name off the top of my head.
Treblon Bluequill, who also happened to be my friend to an extent. Yes, why?
Yeah, Treblon Bluequill. Yeah, the book's gone.
I'm sorry, please repeat that?
Yeah, the book's gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was taken from the enchantry. Torkalin said it's just gone. I also happened to notice when I came into the library today that Mr. Fox has a signature on the page now.
Is there a window in the library?
No.
Is there a window anywhere near the library?
Yeah, if you head outside.
I will go to said window. Oh, Mr. Fox is soon gonna be Mr. fucking Pox when I infect him with the fucking pox!
Yeah, that's the plan.
What do you mean he took the book?
Just keep your voice down before Momo and Malifane and Corellian hear this.
Oh, yeah, shit, sorry. Oh, fuck me. Oh.
With 21 in passive perception, I'm just gonna roll to see if I actually
Oh,
that.
it's
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah, Momo's also gonna roll perception to see if he heard that.
Whoa, I went lightheaded then. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not okay right now, guys.
So Quintessa was not at all trying to be quiet. The DC is 10.
Okay.
Momo kind of rushes in
You
what
heard-
happened? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, everything's
What happened?
Everything's fine. No, sorry. I just accidentally tripped over and may have accidentally kicked Quintessa in the shin here.
Yeah,
My
okay.
bad.
Quintessa, what happened?
Fuck. No, it's
What exactly what he said?
Huh.
Can I tell if they're lying?
I don't like having people make insight
Yeah,
rolls and
that's why I
deception
wasn't
rolls
gonna say
against
anything.
other player characters.
That's
Well,
completely
what exactly did you
completely
hear?
understandable.
Again, 21 in passive perception, pretty much everything that you said.
Mr. Fox, yes. Scam is the equivalent of my hatred towards Mr. Fox right now, which is very fucking high, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Everything is under control. I may have just, kicked her in the shin real hard by accident.
Oh.
Malifane's going to look at Momo quizzically, just like, huh?
Momo kind of shrugs. Are you okay, Quintessa?
Absolutely.
No, but I will endure it.
Do you need
Can I see your knee? I mean your sin?
Oh, I've already cast Cure
No!
Wounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She looks fine, so
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I
He's
said,
very
I've
red.
cast- Yeah. I've
I
cast Cure
mean,
Wounds.
I guess I'll take that.
Oh, fuck me. Can we just... Momo, can I make deal on those coffees, please?
Yeah, come on, I'll...
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Oh, too
I'm gonna chill
kind.
here in the I'm gonna chill here in the library for a second. Don't mind me. Hey, Momo, you don't happen to have that commune spell still prepared, do you?
I do. Why? And he kind of like reels back just a teeny bit.
My internet just cut out again.
Oh no.
Momo asked a very
Yes, I
drawn
do.
out
Why?
why.
I'm still curious about the extent of summoning Mr. Fox because he took the money he gave me. So I'm still feeling a little sore on that one.
Okay, understandable.
Yeah.
I don't
do you
think he's
want me-
going to hear you, though, or even care.
No. It's mostly about how do I get him, how do I kill him, and how do I make sure he doesn't come back. That's mostly the line of which I'm thinking of. But we can talk about that after breakfast.
I already ate. But
Go get some second breakfast. Yeah.
all right, okay.
Hey,
Come on, Quintessa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just stay in the library for a little bit.
Oh,
kinda make
please
a-
do.
like
Don't
a-
burn anything.
Kind of make a weird eye at Scam. Okay.
Malaphane's just going to stay behind for just a hot moment.
Scam,
Listen.
my bullshit levels of tolerance are very low. Do not go below them.
Stop, Alex. Stop. Stop
That's
doing-
way too good. I'm triggered.
Eyes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, understood. I will.
You have his dialect perfectly.
I will keep that in mind.
Listen. You two seem to be getting along fine, so that's cool, I guess. Just don't do anything dumb to her, okay?
I don't plan on it.
Thank you. And thank you for, I guess, healing her?
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I accidentally kicked her in the shins. Look, anyway, that's all in the past. I'm just gonna sit here in the library by myself for a little bit and, do some light reading. And at some point today, between my research, I mean, obviously I'll go back and, research that, Trevelyan book at some point, you know? Look into that like I said I was gonna. I'll do that at some point today. But I'll also get the sending stones done so we have permanent sending stones. Yeah, just, go enjoy yourself. I'm gonna do some scam time.
Right. Take care of yourself, I guess.
Yep, will do. Thank you so much.
Sort of quizzically raises an eyebrow before walking out the door.
Alright,
Am I alone now?
you are now alone.
Quintessa a coffee.
Fuck. Okay. I run over to the book and I look at the most recent entry from Mr. Fox. Just look at, and it's just a name. It's not like checked out a book or anything.
No, I think all that's in the signatory is, were you in here, sign your name. He did that and drew little fox head for the period after Mr.
What a fucking slut.
In hindsight, we probably should have had them put in timestamps.
Yes.
Oh,
Additionally, okay. This is a library. Books are checked out. They're not taken permanently. I don't think Mr. Fox would steal from Quintessa. Hey, Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox. Come in, Mr. Fox. Mr.
Once
Fox,
again, saying his name
I
does not
continue.
summon him.
Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox, I summon thee.
You have to stare in a mirror to do it.
I walk
And
over to
say
the
it
mirror.
3 times in a row.
Turn the
Mr.
lights
Fox,
off and hold
Mr.
a
Fox,
candle.
Mr. Fox.
You think you see something staring back in the mirror with a very long nose and large... Wait, no, that's you. That's you.
That's me. That's just me. Fuck. I need to shave. Okay, this is bad. Okay, wasn't there like a lectern in this room that it was sitting on, or was it just somewhere else?
The book that Chevlon was in?
Yeah.
You brought it back to the Enchantry.
No, I know, but wasn't it originally in the library on like some kind of lectern?
No.
No?
Oh, no? Okay.
It was still in the Enchantry.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
It was in the Enchantry. Torquelin locked it with an arcane lock.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna walk back up to the enchantry real quick and just go to Torquail and be like, Torquail, I need to make a fake book.
A fake book?
I want the exact replica of the other book, of the book that has been taken. It needs to be gone. I just make an exact replica, okay? Doesn't have to be pages to pages, just the cover needs to look the exact same roughly page count. Maybe throw an arcane lock on it so it's not easy to open, you know? Just...
It would be a lot easier to do that if I still had the original one, but I could see what I can do.
You tell me you do not possess the capabilities to make something look like something else.
I possess the capabilities to put a book together. If you want an exact replica, that's going to take some arts and shit.
Okay. So, I'm going to take out my magical tinkering stuff. I can... I can give it a static visual effect. Can I take like a book of similar size, just from the library, like just from like an unassuming shelf or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. I look at the name of the book. I flip over the pages. Like I take a glance at its subject matter very briefly. I take out some loose paper I have in my backpack, and I just do a minor produce flames to burn up the paper and like leave some ashen scraps on the ground, and just get some like piles of burning scrap. Like, okay. I run back to the enchantry, and I'm going to use my magical tinkering to make this book look like an exact replica of the Trevlon book.
All right.
Because it's a static visual effect, so books are tiny objects, I assume.
Yeah, I'd say that the Trevlon book qualifies.
Yeah,
You are
totally.
a sad, strange little man. You have my
Yeah, I'm gonna make a static visual effect appear on its surface. So what I'm gonna do here is it can do on one of the object surfaces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it cover, spine, back cover. So I'm going to use 3 uses of magical tinkering just to have that active.
Okay.
And that's cool. Okay, cool. Okay.
And then Torquail casts Arcane Lock on it when you're done.
Yeah, before he does that, I kind of just like go through the pages and I want to like make them like a little bit more yellowed and cranky like the other book was, just to make it look a bit older. Like, okay, cool. Have him cast Arcane Lock on it. And I'm going to put it like under like a table leg in the enchantry, and walk back downstairs to the library next to the pile of burned scraps. And I'm gonna like crack open the door of the library a little bit. I'm gonna go, oh fuck, shit, oh god, oh fuck, just very loudly so everyone can hear me from somewhere in the house.
1 second.
Yeah, 27 perception. There is no question you're gonna hear him.
Did anyone else hear that?
Since Scam was trying to be heard, I'm gonna go ahead and say if you want to hear him, you hear him.
Okay.
I hear him.
Yes.
Yeah. You hear everything, Momo. You hear beyond the veil of space and time.
Takes a long
he
swig of
fucking
coffee.
didn't.
Very long swig of coffee.
Momo, like, slowly puts his hands down on the table, pushes his chair out, and with a look, like, you look into his eyes, and you see no feeling. He like, gets up, and he walks towards the enchantry.
No, the library.
Whoops, the library.
Yeah,
Okay, whoops.
Scam's in the library.
Okay, goes towards the library.
You wanna go follow him, or...
I'd like to make sure that he's not in some deep shit this time, so... Corellian goes upstairs after.
Alright.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! No, I didn't
Scam.
mean to do that. Oh no!
Scam, what happened?
Just what he's saying in the meantime of waiting for people to show up.
We're here. What happened?
So Scam is standing directly over a pile of smoldering, burning paper ashes that's on the ground. And I go,
You pressed the Quintessa button. You shouldn't have did that.
Look, I'm so sorry. I got that book. I got this book
Jam.
from the top shelf.
Corellian
whatever the
looks
fucking-
over. He's all yours.
Whatever the title of the
Oh,
book I
okay.
pulled out earlier, they're like, I sneezed and fire came out and set it up and burned it up. It was an accident. I'll pay for the cost.
Damn!
But
I gave you one instruction.
I didn't know that I sneeze fire now. This is a new development.
Oh my! For fuck's sake! Well, yes. That.
Yes, I will pay. I will pay the cover of what that cost.
Oh my God, Samuel! I have lots of
Just-
these books.
Just out of curiosity, does he look like he's going to vomit with each of those words?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, fully looks like you're gonna vomit.
Does it look like Trevlon's book?
No, I said it was that. I said it was specifically like a random book I was reading
Yeah.
from the show.
A random.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, whoops.
The idea is that Scam definitely burned a random book, and Chevlon's book is absolutely fine and in the enchantry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. By the way, sorry. Right before I, burned this book, Thorkalen said he found Trevlon's book.
You lost Trevlon's
It was
book?
lost to begin with!
Yeah, I didn't want to mention it to you guys, but unfortunately, Thorkalen was just dumb and misplaced Trevlon's book. Thought it was in one place, but really it was in another. Don't worry, I looked around the room. It's still there. He just gave me a bit of a panic, but I didn't want to scare you until I'd made certain that he was just being an idiot, which he was. So, hey, situation
Well,
avoided.
Well, that's all right then.
Absolutely. Sorry, Quintessa, you guys go back to breakfast. Quintessa, can I, here, let me help clean and I can give you the money.
Oh,
Because I
certainly.
like to do transactions in private.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. If you'll excuse
By the
me,
way,
everyone.
Scam, let me know next time you fiddle around with Trevlon's book. I want to.
Will
see.
do. Yes,
Thank you.
100%. I will be there for it. Don't worry. Yep. Okay. See you guys. Yeah. Just let me
All right.
clean up. Quintessa, we have a problem. I didn't actually find the book.
I gathered as much.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's why
Don't.
you're burning this one.
I actually didn't burn a book. Your book's completely fine. I just burned a bunch of paper to make it look like I burned the book. I've made that book look like Trevlon's book.
Oh, absolute
Yes.
genius. But here's the thing: how long is this going to work?
It will last until I dispel it. And
When's that? You know what? Don't
until I-
answer. It's fine.
until I die, probably.
Oh, well, fine. All right. Because here's the. As you know, Malafane is somewhat passive-aggressive but quite forgiving. Momo is Momo. Corellian is a whole nother level. I feel that death is in order to find out about this.
I fully anticipate to die if Corellian finds out. That
We should-
said,
Yeah, maybe we
That
should do
said-
this corpse heist as soon as possible because, in that sense, he might be more willing to forgive us.
yeah, maybe, hey, your wife is back. Huzzah! Ring ting ting, ring the bells of joy. You know, like that. But, look, it's not optimal in the slightest, okay? Like, I don't know, okay? Is this because, I was worried, at first I thought, okay, maybe Mr. Fox is taking a look at the book because, it's a library book, but then I remembered, Quintessa, that you guys had not kept it in the library, it's been kept in the enchantry. So that's just a random piece of property that he now has.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it in the library because he keeps coming into the library regardless.
Does he take the books from the library, or does he just read them?
Well, no, but I would have assumed that he would have known where the book was regardless.
I know, but I think the technicality loophole here,
Well, you know what? I have a suggestion. We just offer something back in return for the book.
what do you have in return for the book?
Oh, me? I don't have anything.
Well, I don't have anything. Do you think I own fucking books that he wants? I gave him the one fucking book he wants, and he cheated me for it, so I'm gonna kill him, but like...
Listen, the only thing I would really have of value is the whole library, and considering I've almost been fired once, I am not risking that.
Oh, fuck. Okay, does Momo have the sending spell?
Yes.
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
Okay, does Momo know any wizards, like powerful wizards?
He did.
Technically, he was a
Ow.
cleric.
Ow.
Mal
I
knew
don't
one
know.
at one point, but now he's at the bottom of the ocean.
We really need to probably consult somebody who, like, knows how to, like, summon or at least speak with entities from other planes so we could, like, maybe get Mr. Fox here. You know?
Oh, I know. Bugger.
The only reason I'm telling you this is because you're probably the one person who I can't fucking fool.
No, but yeah, that's a point. I'm not too sure. Or maybe we can count this as a tomorrow problem for now, because we don't know what his intent is. He might just be collecting the book.
You know, might be reading it, might be just taking a perusal, catching his fancy, might return it, you know? But I have made a very convincing copy of the book that Torquelin has placed a magical lock upon so it can't be easily opened, so it'll seem like everything's hunky-dory as per usual. And, yeah, I think that's probably the safest option we have for now. So, oh boy, this is not good.
This is less than optimal. Well, I know who the next villain for my next book's gonna be now. But regardless...
Is it Mr. Fox? Hey.
Yes, it's Mr. fucking Fox. Okay, well, we best hope that as long as Trevor is in the book, then he's safe. So as long as Mr. Fox doesn't figure out how to get him out and do whatever foxes do.
Right, yeah. So, like, that should probably be... That's not, we probably don't have to be too worried, you know? Everything might be better. So, listen, y'all are gonna go out and go visit Malphane's mother. And I'll be here working on the sending stones. And I'll just casually cast alarm in the library. And just to make sure that if anyone visits, I know about it. And... yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Scam, I know you're not really... I know you don't really know much about the situation. But, I know Malafane can get it. But can you at least try to be a bit patient with him?
No.
Look, I've met Azalea before, before she became, well, I mean, she was already non-verbal, but not this bad. It's just, he needs time to process this.
I'll take a solid hard pass on the patience thing.
Alright, well, I know we've struggled a bit with me, and I will attempt to be patient with you, like I'm doing right now.
I don't know.
She's basically a mother to me too at this point.
Don't fucking make me feel guilty about it. Look, I don't care ultimately what you do, just do it in a way that is, you know, financially and fiscally pragmatic.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna be worried about my own life for a little bit, as I hope to not die once everyone finds out. Because I know that in time they will find out that, it's been a ruse, and that the book is actually gone. So, and hopefully Mr. Fox, brings it back, and hopefully I can kill him. But unfortunately, as a planar creature, I suppose, I take it that he has the ability to travel at his own whims. So until I come across the means to prevent the planar creature from leaving, probably not going to be able to kill him anytime soon. But, that is the subject of my own research. So,
Well, we can be patient.
I suppose.
Oh, and Scam, one more thing.
Yes.
Please never set a fire in my library again.
I can't. I can't make that promise.
Well, please leave a lot of time before you try it again.
That I can add a buffer period.
Good. Well, that's settled.
Cool. I'm just gonna pretend like nothing's wrong, walk outside, and I'm gonna go take a shit in the bathroom.
Sign your name!
I just walk out without signing my name.
I walk out as well, signing both of our names.
You're frauding your own system!
Yes!
I can't believe it.
You criminal!
Mastermind.
You absolute buffoon.
Alright. So, that's done. Did you want to, try Commune or similar spells, or did you want to just start heading out for Baylight?
I would like to use Commune before Momo leaves, if that's okay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
completely fine with me.
Okay. That would just be good for me to know, so maybe in a couple days while you guys are gone, when I'm not working on the Sending Stones, I can look into maybe how to kill Mr. Fox. I know. So, Momo, how does the Commune spell work?
Well, since I have it prepared, well, let me see.
You can click on it to send it to chat.
You contact your deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. And? What? You receive a correct answer for each question. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge.
Okay.
So it has to be a yes or no question.
Yes or no question. Okay, so how do we phrase this to be a yes or a no question?
Maybe, can Mr. Fox be killed? Is there a way to summon him?
Oh, well, see, the thing is so vague. Is there a way to summon Mr. Fox? I'm like, yes, alright, cool now, but we don't know how. So I think maybe,
Is there someone who knows how to summon him?
That's still too vague. Maybe we make it is there somebody... is there somebody who knows how to summon a fiend like Mr. Fox, that we have met before? Is there somebody who knows how to summon Mr. Fox, in, a specific city? Or is there something, is the knowledge within our reachable grasp? Stuff like that. I don't know.
I guess we could try.
Okay, we'll try. Okay, cast a spell. Let's give it a go.
Alright. So, I'm not sure if it's you have to ask your questions before the minute's up while waiting for a response, or if you have to ask them all at once and then get the responses. So, I'll just start the timer because you've got 2 already. Go.
Okay, cool. Is there the knowledge to summon Mr. Fox within range of our current location?
Within range, you hear the voice of Sirenita echoing unclear.
Okay, has the party met somebody who is capable of summoning a fiend like Mr. Fox?
Yes.
Okay,
Is there a way to kill Mr. Fox?
No, that's not... Oh.
Yes! And then you hear the echoing words of Sirenita echoing yes, and then fade away.
I know that there was a way to... I know that you can kill Mr. Fox. You can kill anything, even gods, if you try hard enough, Momo.
You can cast it again.
There's someone you know. Okay. Who do you know who is skilled in magic? That's alive or present.
Wait. How did you phrase the second question?
Is there somebody known to the group that has the ability to summon a fiend like Mr. Fox?
Oh no.
Why?
I can see how Monkey's Paw could have been applied to that,
Monkey's paw?
where you have to be really specific in how you phrase that question.
No, hold on.
Make
I
it
don't
worse.
I don't like the way you said that.
If you need clarification, you can technically cast this again.
Do you want me to cast it again?
I don't know what to ask that would be to clarify though. I can't be like, "Who do you mean?" No, fuck.
Who do you mean? You see a giant feathered middle finger appear out of the ether.
That's how the spell works, dumbass. I truly do not know.
Yeah.
No, something back. I got some questions. I got questions. All right, cool.
So, okay.
Do it again.
Cast it again.
Okay, question numero uno. Is the person who knows how to summon a fiend like Mr. Fox an ally of the party?
Specify maybe if they're alive.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Never mind then.
Enemy. Are they alive?
Yes.
Are... Oh shit, hold on. I got one more.
Are they an enemy?
No, what?
You already did that one. I won't count
Okay,
that
Frick,
one.
never mind.
That was your first
never
one.
mind. Okay, thank you.
Let me think. Here's one. What? Oh no, I can't ask that question. Is there a way for you to appear here so you can answer these questions more specifically?
You already used the amulet.
Fuck! Momo, when does that amulet recharge?
After 10 days.
So,
Am I right?
it's 10 days. I'm counting down how long it's been since you last used it.
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6 days.
Okay, so by the time I'm done making the sending stones, if you are cool with it, maybe we can have Serenita appear. Anyway, fine. Thank you for your help, Momo. I'm gonna get back to work. So we know that you have an enemy that's capable of summoning fiends. I don't know, did you mean... Wait. God damn it, now in hindsight, I know what the third question should have been. God damn it. Should have asked if it was the fucking Mind Flayer.
Oh, is it Frank? Oh, god damn it.
The slow despair in your voices is hilarious.
You.
No!
Okay, so that is a wash.
Technically, I did not answer anything. I just commented.
Well, here's the thing now. We make friends with Rankle, and then we get the new final boss is
Are you fucking crazy?
That was our character, by the way.
Okay.
I know, I could probably befriend a Mind Flayer if I tried hard enough.
Well, I know deep speech, so.
Step 1, dress up as a female Mind Flayer. Hey, yeah.
Hey, boys!
Sorry, Scam. I don't think even disguised self could work on a face like yours.
Wow. I'm fucking hurt by that. Okay,
Oh, that was beautiful.
Jesus.
Well.
I can't believe Momo just roasted Scam.
Oh my god. So.
Well, that calls it. I'm done. I'm done with my things. I'm just gonna go back to working on these fucking things.
Alright.
Okay, are we ready to go or not?
Cool.
Okay.
You know, actually, what I will 100% do, though, is actually take the time to ritually cast Alarm a few times. Because it doesn't say that you can only have one active alarm. It does not say that on the spell. It just says that you can just make it. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I am going to. Oh, hey, Quintessa, while you're gone, can you keep the library locked?
Of course.
So nobody. Cool. Then I'm going to, cast. I'll go around ritually casting alarm on over the area where the book is for where you to sign your name. I'll also put alarm on the other side of the doorway. I'll also put alarm in the enchantry. I also just tell well, no, then they would trigger every time I walk in and walk out. Never mind. Okay, cool. I'll be in the enchantry the whole time. Then I just put a bunch of alarms around in the library
Brilliant.
to ping in my head mentally if anyone triggers them.
God bless. Okay. Are you leaving or not?
I'll leave him.
Alright. I'm just gonna roll some things real quick, don't mind me.
I am minding. Tell us your
Minding is
secrets.
occurring.
Alright. So, early morning passes without incident. Middle of the morning, you pass by a bunch of farmers who are hurriedly running back and forth across a field, barely paying any attention to you as they run by.
Oh. Yeah, what's going on?
Are you stopping one to ask?
What do you guys think?
Sure.
I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there, so
You're
I'm
not
asking.
there.
You're not there.
Yeah, I'm almost gonna stop one. Excuse me? What? Is everything alright?
Bunch of livestock got away. Heard it was around here. Looking for it. If it gets too far off, I think the damn ratmen are gonna get it.
Oh. Momo looks back at Quintessa now. Should we help them?
Yeah, we have some time.
Do we?
Do we?
It's the right thing to do.
No, you. If it's the Akiti causing trouble, then yeah, that's a point.
Okay.
Kind of like winces at that statement.
Venomous statement.
Statement.
Make an investigation check to look for the livestock.
You got
All
it.
of us?
Livestock.
Whoever's helping, yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, wait, hang on. I will roll one of my superiority die to fix that.
You now have an incredibly high critical fail.
Oh, I didn't. I forgot that wasn't advantage.
You-
Never mind.
Oop.
Ignore me.
Jojo, can you
Ignore
roll for me, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, I can.
Oh, that was advantage. Never mind.
Come here, Quintessa. Give me your.
I'll
your
give you my
investigation.
stats.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Right.
Damn, Quintessa!
Oh shit!
She can smell it from.
Yeah, so it takes you about an hour of searching because you are so done with this shit, Quintessa. You very quickly find this secluded patch where several cows, pigs, and the like have all gathered and are just happily dining on everything they can see.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fun fact, without a critical success, it was going to be a lot longer than 1 hour.
There. Yeah, Malaphane's just so distracted with the given circumstances that he's just not putting any effort into it.
Wow, and you're the one who
Yeah.
said it was the right thing to do.
I
Face it.
know! And I mentioned he's distracted!
He's very distracted. This is not what happened, but I want to say it for the sake of a joke for critical fail. You pass by a bunch of people going moo and think, huh, that reminds me of my mother.
Wow!
Wow!
Man!
Holy fuck!
Approved.
Okay then.
Yeah. But eventually, you do find the livestock and direct the farmers over as slowly but surely they start tethering cows and whatnot back so they can lead them back to the farm. Much obliged.
No problem.
Happy to help.
Take care.
and the farmers head on their way.
Okay,
they
back
go.
to the real issue at hand.
To the real issue.
All right. So ferry over to Baylight, I believe, was 2 gold each last time you went.
Yeah.
I think so.
Ferries are still running. You got there in time for that, so I'm just going to assume you pay the gold.
Yeah.
And sail on over to Baylight and arrive there as evening approaches.
Glad we caught the ferries in time.
I'm kidding.
Okay, now, lead the way.
Right. I think the hospital is this way. You sure you think you got this?
Like I said before, I can't make any guarantees, but I'm willing to try.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Let's go.
You head to the hospital. I flipped a coin to see if you made it in time for it to be open, and it just barely is.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do we need to sign in or anything? Or?
Yes. People would like you to sign in so they know you're not just there to kill some hospice patients.
Time to bomb the hospital.
Whoa!
You're not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Again?
What do you mean again?
After that.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
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 We're here to see Azalea Lythos.
Yes, sir. Of course. Same room as before. We haven't moved her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
walked
followed
into the room.
Azalea is currently not being tended to. Not in the sense of, like, oh, she's been completely abandoned, in the sense of, like, she's doing nothing and the doctors have other things to check on.
Yeah.
Malifin kind of sits on one of the chairs nearby and just sort of hunches over.
So do I.
Alright.
Hello, Mother. Still trying to fight this on your own, I see. Well, you always were persistent, I suppose. I have some friends I have a friend to introduce you to. This is my friend Momo. He's a cleric.
Momo is visibly uncomfortable. Like,
We're going to try something. I don't know how this will fare, but I hope you'll forgive me for this.
forgive you?
If it doesn't work, I mean.
Yeah.
This is suddenly a lot more pressure than I thought it would be.
You'll do okay.
Okay. Okay. He walks over to her and he casts. Let me find it. Where was it?
Do you want Greater Restoration first, or Dispel?
Oh, Greater Restoration, right.
Well, do you want to try Dispel Evil and Good just to be sure about helping inside her head, or
Yeah, I'll cast Dispel Magic first.
not Dispel Magic, Dispel Evil and Good?
That's what I said! Because, I'm so good at this stuff.
It's alright, we each have our strengths and weaknesses. You're bad at sorting, and I'm bad at just, we're playing in general, so.
Where the frick did I put it? I know I put it in here.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Spell is.
Should we skip?
Okay. Cast it.
Okay.
That was the last time I could use it.
Alright, so you You take out some powdered silver and iron, sprinkle it over Azalea, and begin chanting some holy words. As you do, you feel as if whatever enchantment is there, because you can tell it's some kind of enchantment now that you've cast it, is very heavily warded, and may fight back if you try to break it. Do you continue, Momo?
I continue.
You continue the spell. Suddenly, Azalea starts thrashing in bed. Like, tossing and turning back and forth, like, jostling up and down as you continue the spell. Then she opens her eyes, they're completely blank, and starts screaming in two voices at once as you continue the spell. Autumn leaves start bursting from beneath her skin like blood vessels. Do you continue the spell, Momo?
I look at Malifane like, Mal, what do you want me to do?
It's hurting her! Stop!
No, stop it!
I stop.
Her? Wait, no, is it hurting her, or is it just making... Was it... Wait, it was hurting her?
She was thrashing around, so...
Yeah, I kind of like reel back and kind of like stumble back.
You stop the spell. The thrashing stops, and Azalea once more goes limp.
You saw that too, right?
Yes. It's not magic. That's an enchantment.
You're kidding me.
Which is magic.
Yeah.
No, whoops, sorry.
A doctor rushes into the room. What the hells did you do?
It's not magic, it's magic. You fool.
Whoops.
Oopsie.
She...
What the hells did you do?
I
Looks
tried
to Momo.
Don't look at me! You're the one who wanted me to do it!
I'm sorry, breaking character. Helza, as in plural?
Yeah, there's
Yes,
9
there are
hells.
multiple hells in Dungeons and Dragons.
You're right, my bad. Okay.
You unit of fool.
I tried to help her. He brought me in here so that I could try and heal her.
So sorry. It won't happen again.
You need to leave.
Yes, of course.
Oh my god. I just drag Malphine out.
Momo was the first one out.
That could have gone so much worse. What was that?
She has an enchantment.
Autumn leaves, I wonder who.
You're not here, damn it!
Actually, Momo's the one who says, Autumn leaves? I wonder who.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that.
You are kidding me, Malphine. What is happening?
I am just as in the dark as you are. I don't know what involvement she could have had with her.
So the good news is it's a fae. We know.
That is anything but good news, Scamiel, who isn't here right now.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking through the sending stone. I'm on the phone.
That's your use of the sending stone for the day.
No, I'm kidding. No, it's not. I wouldn't have known to message unless Momo messaged me first.
Wait. Wait.
What?
Malphine.
What?
This whole deal that Eskel made, what were the terms of it?
Malphine.
He
grips
he
the
checks
tip of his
his journal. He checks the pages of his journal to see if Eskel even wrote anything in it.
He did not have time.
I don't know. I don't see anything about the terms. I just remember him saying that he was disappointed.
Did all of this happen... condition, did this happen after he left?
Condition? No, not at all. This was before he even arrived.
So do you think...
No, I don't mean that. I mean how she is now.
No, not at all. God, I didn't even know she had any involvement with Faye.
Momo's gonna walk away a small distance so that he can send message or use the sending stone to scam and explain everything that just happened.
Right. How was I supposed to even have known that she'd made any sort of deal? I just It's
This isn't
it's
a
unheard of.
coincidence. No. This isn't Azalea just going off on her own. This had to be something to do with you and Eskull.
How though? You were.
I don't know, but it's quite clear, isn't it?
Okay.
Ooh.
I need to figure something out quick. I need to find a way to commune with him. I need to find him now. What was his last point? The last time we saw him was what was it again? Shoot. It was, and he's just like snapping his fingers, just trying to remember anything that he can.
So yeah, that's what happened. I want to come home.
Okay, so you fit that in 25 words. Let me think about my response for a second. Wow. That's a lot. I guess the good news is... Oh, fuck. Hold on, I lost count. Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a lot. I guess the good news is...
I guess the
10.
good news is that it's fairy in nature. Surprised that dispelling didn't work. I got 5 more.
I'm counting the
No, that's me. That's me. That's
I also
me.
counted the
Scam doesn't
Dick.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Any other? No. For my last 5 words, I say, was she injured or just, and that's it.
All right,
It's cut off.
the sending
Malifane-
stones are done with for now.
Malifane flips through his pages again and comes across one with with a note that came from one of the wow, I already forgot the name of the mercenary band, but
Four
something
Kings.
about, and all it has written in it is Heart of a Fae. Oh my god.
What?
That's right. That's right. She went on a mission to retrieve the heart of a fae. For what I don't know. That's certainly not a coincidence. Oh gods.
I think she could have been involved in something.
Why would she have gone to that in the first place?
That same exact note would have told you that she got the heart of the Fae because it was a necessary ingredient to cure a plague.
Oh.
I just double-checked the notes.
Thank you.
So.
Did it specify what plague again? Or...
I don't think it specified which plague, but it affected the Jack of Diamonds, personally.
Hmm.
We need to go see the Jack.
Okay.
Momo,
Mo-
are you still there?
Momo walks back.
We think we might have a lead.
What?
Note, do you remember when we spoke to one of the hirelings of the Four Kings?
No.
What,
That was
you mean
back in Port
hirelings of the
Mirandu.
Four Kings?
I mean, one of the leaders of the Four Kings. It was in Port Mirandu.
No, it wasn't. It was here.
It was here? Are you sure? No,
Yes.
no. When they told us about the...
You met the Jack of Diamonds here, and he gave you further details about it.
That's not what I'm talking about. Oh my god, okay.
Okay, then I'm confused. Because the Jack of Diamonds talked about all those points and more when you met him.
And Momo was not there.
I need to go back into the notes then.
January 28th.
January 28th.
This is why I don't make notes.
Section 73.
There it is. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
So those flowers talk about red. Mal's just standing there, one eye going slightly to the side.
Yeah. Mel T poses, goes back to the default pose,
And he starts
while he
clipping
loads
things around.
conversation.
God damn it. Take your time, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry. I'm just
You guys
teasing.
want to just have like a conversation in the meantime while I read this?
Actually, yes. You see Quintessa pull up Eskel's proposal ring.
What's that?
Well, you see, Momo, when two people love each other very much.
I don't want that part. I'm very aware of marriage, but like, he doesn't know. I don't think he knows what it's for. Like,
Marriage.
I know that, but he doesn't know that it's from
Marriage is what brings us together.
He's ordained! He can marry people!
It's my engagement ring.
From Eskel?
Yes. I don't care if he has direct involvement or not. He made that deal. It just... I'll put this back on once he explains himself. I don't care if it's for this freedom bullshit, because look where this has ended up! Oh, let's face it, he's not fucking coming back. And I just pocket the ring.
Is that really what you're worried about right now?
Just... I keep worrying about him, wanting him back when all of this shit is happening. There's no point in wasting my time on him anymore.
You have a very weird taste in men.
Yes, frankly I do, but... I just... There was something about him, okay? And... If he'd have just talked to me, I would have understood, but... I don't get it!
The key point of a relationship is communication. As a writer, I think you would know that.
I fucking well know that!
I've never been in a relationship like this before. Don't know if I ever will. But I know how this kind of thing works in a way. And I'm not sure if I'm the right person to give it, but he kind of like taps his thighs a little bit. I just think Eskel is not the right person for you. At all. I think the way he's been treating you and frankly abandoning you is probably a big red flag.
Malafane is over here still muttering to himself. It's just, this job was for money. It was just some sort of money.
Look at Mal.
It was just...
He took you with him everywhere. He's asked you questions. He's spoken to you. You two have gotten along very well. He seems to really care about you. And you fell in love with Eskel first?
You don't understand.
You're right! I very well don't understand!
I just lost both my parents, and then I was taken in by a man who just complimented me for all the wrong things. I didn't know what it was like to feel good about myself until I met Eskel. Life was so... I was on the verge of ruin. Even when I got this fucking book deal, I just... nothing. It was nothing, and then that stupid half-elf just came in and just made everything so much more interesting, and... Why?
Quintessa, do you not see what his actions are doing to you? This isn't normal. This is not how love is. This isn't how love should be. Love is very complicated, and especially romance. And I'm not very proficient in romantic knowledge. But I do know that, like I said before, it's a lot of communication. And I also know that when you look at something through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags.
No. I at least just want to talk to him.
And what if you don't get the chance?
I don't know. I don't care right now. I want Azalea to be safe.
Quintessa.
What?
I know. At this point, he's kind of like figured everything out, but he was also overhearing the conversation.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the most exciting person in the world. I have issues with my memory. I can be rather passive-aggressive at times, and I'm not exactly the smoothest talker. But despite all that, I have an interest in books and swordplay, and I have an interest in you.
No.
I want to find him as much as you do, but I also want to keep you safe and make you happy.
Malafine, I'm not saying I love you any less. You know how it was. I thought you hated me for the longest time. You only stuck around for Eskel's sake.
Are you fucking serious?
Look, I'm slow on these things, okay?
Even I know more about relationships than you do, and I have never been in a relationship.
Smash cut back to fucking Batman's Hall in the fucking Enchantry, and Scam working, and Scam's like, wonder if everything's alright over there. Anyway, Mal and Quintessa, toxic, am I right?
I don't know, I don't see that relationship all that often. Smash cut back.
God.
Quintessa, you're very confusing, and he kind of just like sits down for a sec, holding his temples. My brain hurts.
It's just...
Yes.
It's just... You and Eskel, Malafine, you're the first people I've fallen in love with. Because, I guess I thought for a time that I felt something for Realtrim, but he was an adult and I was a child. There was no point.
I don't understand why you think that. Despite... I know that there's been a lot that's gone on around here, but look at the success that you've gone through. You've managed to sell... You've managed to sell what, like 4 or 5 books in the span of how many years have you been living? 24. I mean, I don't know very many people in my own life who have managed to do something like that. Certainly not any children, at least.
I'm just gonna go fly away and just sit in a tree somewhere. Hide up in a tree.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Mo's just like,
Get some
"Fucking
fresh
straight
air."
people."
Oh God.
You're not a child, Quintessa. You are a strong, very courageous woman. And you know when to speak your mind. And that's what I love about you. It's what I always have. You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Offers her a hug. It's gonna be okay.
She hugs back, but you can tell it's kind of like stiff. Ooh.
Quintessa, you get inspiration.
Yeah!
Look, all this trouble aside, let's focus on your mother for now.
About that,
What?
we might need to talk to someone who would be less than ideal. We
Who?
might need to find a Gruvon White Hand.
Oh.
He was the one who assigned her the job. It was him that knew about the disease. But I don't know what his alignment on this whole thing is, what his position is. So I think we need to find information from him.
Whatever it takes to get those answers.
Thank you, Tessa. Thank you.
Of course. It's okay. Should we get Momo down from the tree?
Yeah, but buddy, are you coming down, or?
Are you done being gross?
Yes.
Yes.
Then he glides back down. He looks at both of you, folds his arms. You two have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
It's all about finding the time, Momo.
And when?
Maybe in our own time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not important now.
Let's find a
Sorry.
place to stay and get home.
Alright. I believe one of the taverns in there is 5 gold to reserve space in the communal sleeping room, so abracadabra, there's your sleeping quarters for the night.
5 each, or?
Nope, 5 total.
Who's paying?
Okay.
Alright.
One second.
Scott!
I'm just checking. Okay. All right. How many rooms did we purchase?
There is the one.
Okay.
It's a communal sleeping room, yeah.
Okay.
Scott, your suggestion would have been even worse.
Nice.
I need to know now. So
No, you do not.
I'll tell you
I
when
want-
you're
I
older.
need to know now as the DM.
I'll tell you when you're older.
I am older than you, motherfucker.
I know.
I'm an adult.
Right click. Mute Scott.
Ban Scott.
So not too different than usual then.
Alright. Morning comes.
What's for breakfast? If there is breakfast.
Toast.
Hey!
Hey.
I like me some toast.
Are they back at Baton Rance?
They're not back at Baton Rance yet. They spent the night at Baylight.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go outside and send message. Oh, was it a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know why I didn't think it was. I'm gonna send a message to Scam telling him we'll be home soon. Be prepared for tense atmosphere.
Scam response is ready to shoot one of them.
Not yet.
Okay.
You can't send back unless you cast sending again.
He says not yet to himself.
Alright. So, unless you want to do anything in Baylight, ferry back is again 2 gold each, so.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. And having already rolled for is there any random encounter today, I can tell you there's none, and there is a safe but uneventful trip back. You arrive back at Baton Rance in the evening.
Nice.
Laura kind of just immediately goes to, like, will I receive a notification if mail comes in for me?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, never mind then. Homer's just gonna stretch his limbs and go check on Scam.
Momo. Hey, welcome back. Sorry, working pretty hard on these ascending stones. Getting almost done, though, so...
Yeah, just 2 days left to go!
Yep, so... chugging away.
That's good.
Yep, and, has the fucking Treblon book on the table. Being like, yep, and also Treblon's book is nice and safe. Put it right in front of me here.
Homer, says, oh, good. Can I see the progress on the sending stones? And, gets a little closer to the book.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just clear out the space a little bit. I delicately move the book out of the way and some other things away from Momo. I put a little unfinished sending stone in front of them.
So how does one make one of these?
Time and money. Mostly it's a matter of configuring these 2 stones to be able to communicate with each other across planes and space, all that arcane magic nonsense.
You make sure that they both vibrate on the same hyperactive frequency so that when we speak into one, the exact vibrations will carry through to the other with the exact same sound that you made.
It's a bit more complicated than just imbuing a sending spell into these. See, since, a sending spell, can be done from a person. This is, it has to be cast from somebody. Sending stone makes it so you don't have to be able to cast it. It just does it. Pretty handy how that works.
Right, yeah. Cool! Fun!
Good talk.
Good talk!
How bad were Quinn and Malphane, by the way?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
It's all I care about.
He kind of turns around and kind of sits against the table and just holds his temples. So, apparently... So, I ought to explain to you what happened with Malphane's mother.
Yep.
And did not go well. We got kicked out, which is unfortunate. However, Quintessa started venting about how she wanted Esgold to come back, and I told her, why did you fall in love with him in the first place? Malphane clearly cares more about you. And she's like, well, it was something about him, and he was the first person to ever make me feel this way. And I was like, oh God, are you kidding me?
Gross.
And just, I know! Just...
Fucking disgusting.
And I think they're in a very unhealthy relationship right now.
Oh, and you don't say!
I clearly don't, but...
Truly some of the most unhealthy straight people behavior I've ever seen in my life.
I want to help them, but I don't know if I'm the right person to help them. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I do. Momo, let me just remind you that you are in no means obligated to fix people who they themselves are resistant to fixing. So...
It sounds like something similar that Rise told me once. Don't try to help people who don't want to help themselves.
Exactly. And in their case, they are just so deeply up their own asses that they really don't understand what they're doing is wrong. That said, I'm really hoping that they still end up getting married, because I've never crashed a wedding before, and I plan to, make it a memorable occasion.
Scam, for me, as your... He kind of, hesitates for a sec and then nods to himself. As your friend, I was asked to ordain this wedding.
Oh, that's a lot.
No, hold on, I'm not done.
Okay.
I would kindly ask you don't crash the wedding while I'm ordaining.
I'm not going to crash it while you're ordaining. I'm going to crash it sometime in the interim period before and or after.
How about during the party?
But, cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Real good stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. So with the whole Saying Zone situation. Oh yeah, by the way, now that we're not confined with the Saying Zones, can you, break down a little bit more the detail of not confined to 25 words about what happened with Malavain's mother? Because Autumn leaves. I'm assuming that, it was that fairy lady we met.
Yeah, so I attempted to cast Dispel Evil and Good, and I felt that there was an enchantment, stopping me, and it was going to fight back if I tried to break it. So
sounds like sounds like a typical exorcism, but continue.
This is the closest thing to an exorcism I've ever come to.
Yeah, you said she was jittering around on the table or something?
She was shaking and screaming in two different voices.
I've read oh my god, that's textbook exorcism stuff.
And then leaves started falling everywhere, and then just... Then we were
breaking through her skin, more specifically.
Yeah, leaves were breaking through her skin, and just... they yelled at me to stop, and then we got kicked out. Yeah! I don't know how to feel. It was a lot more pressure than I thought it would be. I thought I would just maybe hear something and we would have a light conversation. They would yell at me to go away and I'd be blown back like normal, but no, this was... I don't know.
Well, that could be taken a number of ways. Look, I'm not somebody who's, in the whole clerical divine business. I've read about exorcisms, and I've read that they're pretty intense. So, maybe it was, maybe it was something damaging to her, and it was good to stop, or maybe you were on the verge of fucking evicting the piece of shit. Hard to say. Again, I don't really know these things.
I wanted to continue, but they yelled at me to stop because she looked like she was in pain.
Well, how about you do yourself the favor of giving yourself peace of mind by doing some augury shit, right? You can. Oh, I know augury is not augury.
No,
I
can cast augury.
No, not augury. I meant commune, because you could ask Serenita, hey, was this going to be a bad thing? And Serenita can be like, yeah, no, or yes, maybe Serenita can tell you definitively if what was going to happen was going to be good or bad, just to bring you peace of mind on the matter. And if she's like, oh no, if you had continued, or not to say that she can't say that because it's a commune spell, but if you've been like, hey, if she's like, yes, in answer to if I kept going, would it have ended well? Then you can be like, oh guys, great news, if we head back, we can fix her right quick, it's, if nothing else, give yourself the peace of mind.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
I swear, I grab quote-unquote Travelon's book, and I go, I swear on Travelon's book that I mean you no harm in my...
Please don't do that.
Please don't swear at the book, it's really rude.
yeah, fuck you, book, and I put it down.
Torquilin gasps in horror.
Yeah, you bet.
Momo's eyebrow kind of twitches just a bit, but then he takes a deep breath and says, okay, I'm gonna go bathe. I'll see you later.
Alright, sounds good. Yep, alright. Anyway, Torquelin, no, the glyph has 3 prongs, not 2!
I'm going to the third one!
Ah! The layout is wrong!
Alright. Is there anyone else anyone wants to do for the night?
I want to cast Commune with Serenita.
Alright. Cool. Whenever you do that, I will start the timer for questions.
Okay. I am going to get my spells. I'm gonna cast Commune.
Okay. Starting... Well, Serenita's voice starts echoing around. Questions start now.
If I had continued to evict whatever was in Malaphane's mother, would it have hurt her?
Yes.
Was I close to getting it out?
Yes.
Would it have killed her?
Yes.
Oh. I'm glad I stopped then.
And Serenita's voice fades away.
He kinda thanks Serenita and gets ready for bed. He's fucking exhausted.
Okay. So, 2 days until the Sending Stones are finished. Do you want to fast forward to the end of those, or is there something you wanted to do in the interim day?
I'm good to fast forward unless anyone else wants to do something. Question mark.
I'm all good. I'm just gonna keep working on the stones.
Okay.
Mama's gonna oversee the drawbridge then.
Okay. And Quintessa's currently AFK. Malaphane is on mute.
Well, there we go.
There we
Riveting.
go. Fantastic.
I take
So,
that as
those flowers, how about red?
quite red. Yes.
Red.
One
Yo,
cannot
Momo,
argue with how red they are.
I guess do you like later share with me what Serenita told you?
Ooh, yes. So I kind of go. Momo heads back to the enchantry where he assumes Scam is. He.
Hey, yep, come in.
Hey, Scam.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
So I contacted Serenita again.
Great. What'd you find out?
So if I continue to evict whatever the Fae that was in her, it would have hurt her. But I was close to getting it out.
Oh, so like it would have killed her?
She looks up at him.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
Wait, you would have wait, hold on. No, Serenita said you would have evicted it, but you would have killed her in the process?
Yes.
And you stopped?
I can't kill his mother!
Momo, you have Revivify.
He has, like, this moment of silence. And then he just lays down on the floor.
Oh shit, Torquelin, get the stress blanket. Oh shit.
Torquelin pulls out a stress blanket from one of the cabinets and just drapes it over
I
Momo.
totally could have. If I do it again, I could have helped her. I can help her. I can help her. And then like throws the blanket off.
Wait,
I can help her.
Wait, pause. Maybe that's something you should. Listen, I'm occasionally full of really good ideas.
You're right. I have to ask Malaphane. And then he bursts
stop.
out the door.
Oh fuck. Okay.
That boy ain't right.
That boy needs therapy.
He's like shouting for Malaphane.
Just for rule of 3, how loudly was he shouting that I can help him?
It was kind of like a realization, like, I can help him. Not like only enough for everyone in the room to hear.
Ah, damn it. No rule of 3. Oh well.
But in this case, as he's yelling for Malaphane's name, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy to boost my voice.
All right.
Oh.
And I
A
use
very
that as
loud
counter.
board echoes through Benrent's hall.
Malafine!
A
Birds
nearby
fly off in the
avalanche
distance.
starts. Oh, you started a nearby avalanche. Nice. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Give me Malafine immediately.
Here you go. Here's a Malafane.
Thanks. Did I bite him?
Ah! Ah!
Malafine!
Hey, Momo.
I know how to help your mother!
When did you grow teeth?
Oh, he kind of like pushes them back into his beak.
Don't like that one bit.
He's an eldritch monster. I can help her! Okay, so this might sound crazy, but I talked to Serenita again last night, and I was close to getting the Fae out of her, but it would have hurt her so much that it probably would have killed her. But I have Revivify! I can heal your mother, Malafane!
Stop. Stop right there, please.
But I can help her! Malafane, listen. I can get the Fae out. It will kill her. But keep in mind, I can bring people back from the dead. And I have the coinage to do so. If we get there now, we can probably do it in time.
Momo! Did you ask Serenita specifically what it was that was affecting her?
Are you serious? The leaves coming out of her skin!
That's not what I meant. Hear me out.
She can't tell me specifically what it is, Malafane.
Momo, I appreciate it. But until we know exactly what it is, exactly what the circumstances are, I
Leaves were coming out of her skin.
I
Who do you
understand.
think it was?
That's not what I mean, Momo! That's not what I mean. We don't have all of the information. Yes, we know that she made a deal with the Fae woman, and yes, we know that that's the given cause, but, I mean, why is she in... How did she get into this coma? Why specifically did she get... It's too much. It's just overwhelming. I need a minute. I'm sorry.
So you don't want me to help?
It's not that. It's just... We still need to speak... You know what? Let me get back to you on this. I still need to think about this. I just don't want to rush into anything immediately.
I understand. But we know that it's the Fae, and we've dealt with her before. And this could be... I don't mean to kill the hope, but we don't know if the flowers will work. The Fae woman still has power over her, even if we use the flowers. The flowers could even... She could even block the power of the flower away.
Be that as it may, wouldn't it still be better if we gathered those flowers and used it as a failsafe then? It's better to have all of the resources just in case.
I understand your worry. I really do. I'm sorry that I just rushed in like that, and I just...
It was a good idea. Really, it was.
It is.
I'm just paranoid, I suppose. I'm not sure. I think it's something worth considering putting on the back burner for now. Maybe we and
Move on?
I guess you didn't hear.
Momo didn't
Do you
hear.
Do you remember back at, and I'm serious this time, because I know you were fucking there for it. Do you remember when we were in Port Mirandu speaking to Great Scar?
I don't really recall, but I remember being there.
He mentioned that he mentioned that my mother was trying to obtain the heart of a fae from a given task for Ruvan Whitehand.
What?
If this information is true, he might be our last source of information that we can retrieve. I know it's bullshit, and I don't like
No. Hold on. Ruvan Whitehand?
Yes. Wait, why?
Kelvin, the Dragonborn, they had a book written by Ruvan Whitehand. We need to find Kelvin. Do we know where Kelvin is?
He's in the they are in the herbalism lab.
No one knows what their pronouns are, apparently.
Bury them.
Fuck you, Kelvin!
No, I love Kelvin!
They're a good boy.
They're a
good lad.
They're a good lad.
They're a
Thank
good
you.
lad.
Follow me.
Okay.
We head toward the herbalism lab.
Alright. You head into the herbalism lab. Kelvin looks up as you enter, recognizes Momo. Oh, hello there. Thank you for coming in without any bears. I don't think this place could even fit a bear, now that I think about it.
Let's not mention the bear again.
Right, okay. No bears. No more bears.
No more bears.
Okay.
Kelvin, don't worry, I'll tell you later. Kelvin, remember when we first met and you had a certain textbook?
I carry a few. They're fresh from the university. Would you mind being more specific?
One written by a certain Ruvan Whitehand?
Oh, yeah. It's a bit old, but it hasn't really gotten outdated yet, and it's some of the best treatises on alchemy and herbalism you can find. Are you interested in having a look? Just a look, because I really don't want to lose it. Books are expensive at university.
Of course, I completely understand. Yes, we would like to take a look. We won't leave the room without it.
All right.
We won't leave the room with it, I promise.
Okay, I was about to say, that first one sounded really worrying.
Yeah, no, don't worry, that was a slip of my tongue, I apologize.
Fine.
Kelvin digs through their knapsack and pulls out the book written by Ruvan Whitehand.
Thank you so much.
Out of curiosity, what is the publication date? Or rather, prior to, present day?
I'm getting my timeline straight. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's around a dozen years ago.
Okay, Malifane. Ruvan Whitehand. Herbalism. Flower, find it.
Finds, looks.
Make a medicine check.
Medicine
I will
check.
give you advantage on that because my medicine is +8.
Thank you, my friend. Wait, why are you... Okay.
You know what? I'll just roll it. Do you want to give me advantage?
And I'll give you advantage, yeah!
Yay!
I have a 3. Hey!
Hey!
By the power of desperation!
Holy
By the
shit!
power of me!
So, this is highly, highly advanced. Ruvan had 0 interest in dumbing down any sort of treatise on medicine and herbalism for the layman.
Good thing Momo's good at medicine.
But you are really good at medicine. There are all sorts of different theories in here, a couple of which you skim over, partly because they're not important to you, partly because they squeak you out. The one about using vampire or nearly turned vampire organs to make a sort of potion does not appeal to you.
No, thanks.
But when talking about the uses of various rare plants, it does in fact confirm Mortis Memoria can be used, ground up, and put into a powder that, when applied to both people who want to go into someone's mind and the person in question, it'll basically transport them into a demi-plane representation of the mind where they can try and do something to fix whatever the fuck's going on in there. You also discover a couple of notable passages. One in the preface, which I will read out and copy into the OneNote. Discovery requires experimentation. The races of Irion would still be living in mud huts had they not discovered things as vital to life as fire, as farming, as trade. Any species that is not willing to learn, not willing to change, will stagnate, or even wither and die. Case in point, the field of modern medicine. Many centuries ago, something as simple as tripping on a rock meant a slow, festering death, as we had no idea how to treat such a wound. Through suffering, through war and death, we have learned more about ourselves than anyone who has come before. We are explorers of a different sort, daring the barriers and shunning the taboo, so that we may understand the inner workings of life itself. Any practitioner of medical knowledge must know that we do not do this for monetary gain, or for the favors of those we assist. It is for the discovery itself we must act, with risk, with experimentation. We may achieve perfect knowledge of the self. And then the other notable passage, once I can scroll back up to it, is about the author. Basically mentions a long list of credentials, saying that Gruvon is top in his field when it comes to studying the effects of various medicines and potions, and lives in southern Irion with his wife Ecthrois, his son Ashton, and his daughter Kiera.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that wife's name one more time?
Ecthrois.
That's what I thought you said. Oh.
Oh, holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh.
The only Ecthrois that the party has met is this woman.
Yeah!
Ah.
Oh, lovely.
I can't believe that Gruvon is married to female Cabal.
I can't believe Malafine was right!
Holy shit.
She does know something about her! Maybe. No, I don't think so. No, that has nothing to do with her, no.
Wait, what?
Big shrug.
A while ago, Malafine, tried to talk to her about Azalea, and she said, I know nothing about this person. Choose your fights wisely, like a badass, and flipped her cape in your face, and we were like, wow, she's so cool! Let's leave her alone! And Malafine was like, wow, she's so cool, let's
Did
leave
you know
her
she was
alone.
bullshitting? Because I think the insight check showed she was not.
No, Scott, knew she was bullshitting.
She wasn't, though. That was my mistake.
She wasn't.
She wasn't. She actually doesn't know. But it's funny that she did have, a small connection to her, though, in a way. God. So, in a way, Malafine was sort of, kinda, low-key, very smidgy-widgy, right?
Did you find what you were looking for? Asks Kelvin.
I just imagine that Malafine and Momo just have this look of terror and
Yeah.
eureka on their face.
Malafine is just mouth agape. Not oh my god, but just
Yeah, that's the existential
Momo was
look
like,
of terror.
oh my god.
Yeah, that's the look of existential terror that usually comes before studying for finals. I know that.
I'm glad you understand my pain.
Before we, Malafine, can you take notes?
Yes, of course, yeah. Actually, he's gonna jot this down in the journal because he has nothing else to write in there at the moment.
after he jots those down, Momo's gonna look for. He looks up at Malphine like, wasn't there something about a Feyheart? Right? Malphine?
Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
He waves his hand in front of his face.
Oh gosh, what? Sorry.
Didn't you say something about a Feyheart?
Yeah, the something about the exchange.
During a plague or something?
Yeah, but the plague was unknown.
Momo starts to look through the book for something about the Fey or Fey hearts or cure.
With the 28 in medicine,
Yes.
the book was written before, I believe, the plague where Azalea needed to get the Fey heart. So there's nothing in it about Fey hearts.
Frick.
Out of sheer curiosity, the book that Trevlon's sister had with her once upon a time. Do you remember when that one was written?
Same time.
Okay, fuck. Was
This
it the
is
same
the
book?
most recent edition of Gruvon's book.
Most recent edition. So something happened within about a decade, give or take's worth of time.
And that something had something else to do with your mother and the Fey woman.
I don't understand what made him decide to go gaga on my grey matter all of a sudden. Unless that was for experimentation as well.
All of this is giving me bird brain.
Wait, what?
It was a joke, Malphine.
I don't know where that name, what that... Looks through journal. Oh, I see.
That was supposed to be funnier than I thought. It
I'm
was funny in my
sorry.
head. Anyway. Clearly I'm not funny.
No, I listen, I can't help it.
I'm done talking about it. I'm done. Just, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah,
You have everything written down, right?
Yes, I do.
We should tell the others.
Right. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you,
Well-
Kelvin. I really appreciate it. Here's your book.
So I thought you stepped out before. You
You
stepped out earlier.
No.
I made a promise.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelwin.
Thank you, Kelwin.
My name is Malphine. I'm a friend of Momo's. It's nice to meet you.
Kellen takes the book back. Right, sirs, good luck with the whole looking for Gruvon mother dead Feyheart ordeals. Sounds like a time. Bye.
Oh
Run
yeah,
out.
time of...
Already running out. Good talk!
Thank you again. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a good day.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and gather everyone.
Thaumaturgy.
Not difficult to get me. I'm in the...
Not particularly difficult.
Malphine, you go get Corellian and Quintessa wherever she is, and I'll get Scam.
Right.
I'll say Corellian's not
I-
particularly hard to gather for the
Yeah.
sake of expediting this.
Yeah.
Wait, where are we meeting? Are we...
I assume we're meeting in the dining room.
Right. Captain!
What?
Dining room! Stat! Big news!
Fine!
I go to Scam.
Yep.
Dining room, stat, big news. Closes the door.
Honey?
Yes?
Dining room... could you meet me in the dining room? We found some information.
Oh,
You killed the streak!
well, the streak is, but yeah, sure.
Thanks.
All right. You meet in the dining room for for the sake of the stream, I'll say that it is dinner time anyway. Dinner is fish.
Hey.
Give me that fish!
Yum, yummy.
Yum.
What type of fish?
Trout.
Yeah! I've never actually tried trout, but alright.
So I bet you're all wondering why we've gathered you here tonight.
Why'd you have to
Oh,
freeze
fuck
it?
you.
If that's the way you're going to open, I'm going back with my trout.
No, wait,
No,
stop,
please,
please.
Malphane, let me handle this.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
So, we found out that this person named Gruvon Whitehand is the person who sent Malphane's mother to collect a Fey heart to cure some sort of plague.
Corellian
And
raises
I
a
look at-
hand. Groovon.
I'm getting to I'm getting to
Groovon,
it.
as in the man who wanted to rip out Malaphane's brain. Groovon.
No, Gruvon is that the right one? That's the one. And Corellian, you may remember the book that we saw Kelwyn carrying around. He allowed me. God, that's too good. Okay. He allowed me and Malaphane to look into it, and we found out that he lives south of Arion, probably where those flowers are located, and his
He's married
wife.
to
He's married to Ekthoris.
Fucking hell.
That's what I said.
That means nothing to me.
Ekthoris is
woman, cowboy hat, tried to kill us.
Okay.
She's a mercenary. Who
Oh,
we've had
oh.
previous
Yeah, you saw her
encounters
before,
with.
Quintessa, when you were fleeing Ash and Alora for your lives.
I didn't exactly get a name, alright?
Ekthoris. Her name is Ekthoris.
Okay.
So, yes.
Go on.
They're married. We've encountered both of them before. And we have more information about both of them. And,
Hands Momo the journal.
I show everyone the passage that we've read and the notes that Malaphane took.
Alright.
Located in the OneNote.
Located in the OneNote. The passage was more just the preface and not necessarily related to the search for the Mortis Memoria. That was just one of the most coherent things you could get out of a highly academic man who does not give a shit about dumbing himself down.
Yeah. Sorry if the notes are a bit complicated. He didn't seem to really care about simplifying anything. Me, being very educated in medicine, could gather as much as I could.
Yeah, not familiar with dumbing anything down. Sound familiar, huh, honey?
Big shrug.
Anyways.
Anyways, yes. That.
So let me get this straight. Your plan is to go to Gruvon Gorewalker and ask him to help you out with your mother? Yeah. Malaphane, I don't use the words fecking stupid loosely.
But it is really fucking stupid.
You know, my money's still on killing your mother and bringing her back.
Thank you! That's what I'm saying!
Excuse me!
Yeah,
Oh!
I mean...
I also forgot. Hold on, before you hit me.
What the fuck?
Hold on, before you hit me! Put the axe down!
I'm not holding the axe yet, Momo.
Yet.
You, please don't give me
So?
a reason.
I'm not going to. I love you the most, so please don't hurt me. So, along with the information that we found.
Okay, while Momo stops sweating buckets for a hot second, allow me to explain this for them. Basically, what Momo told me was that Serenita said, hey, you were just about to expel the fairy from her inside her, but it would have killed her in the process. But hey, we are in the business of bringing people back from the dead. So I mean, You get the fairy out, you bring her back, she doesn't have the fairy in there, and problem solved.
What's to say the
Okay.
fairy won't hold on to her soul?
But see, Serenia said she was almost out, so I think that implies that
Samuel. I appreciate the suggestion. However, I would prefer to hold on to as much information as possible before going to one extreme or the other. It is a good idea. I will concede to that, but I'd like to hold on to whatever I can.
Malafane, to get to the flowers you also want, you're going to probably have to encounter Gruvon Whitehand, also known as Gruvon Goldwalker, and the mercenary.
I know.
Wouldn't it just
I
be
think you should
easier?
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of effort, whereas, Momo and I could take a day trip,
Scam.
and...
Scam. You're asking a man to kill his mother.
No,
Have a little bit of sympathy for once in your life.
To be clear, I'm not asking a man to kill his mother. I'm asking that man to give us permission to kill his mother.
That doesn't sound any better.
You're agreeing with it!
Look, I think it's a better idea than getting killed by two people that have previously wanted to kill us for some flower that might not even work. That doesn't mean that I want to. I want to help.
Do you remember the last time that we encountered Ekros?
Yeah,
She wasn't
you
hostile
tried.
toward us at all.
Well, she has tried before.
And why didn't Gruvon continue attacking us?
Because you didn't have Escol anymore.
Exactly. I don't like the idea of talking with them at all, but given the current circumstances, I don't know, maybe
There is a chance that maybe they're nowhere near the flower, and we could get it safely.
Yeah.
Altogether, this is your decision, Malafane, and I apologize if I've forced any sort of decision onto you. But it is
Okay.
altogether up to you what you want to do for your mother. And I'm sorry I seem so aggressive about the other option.
It's okay. I understand where you're coming from. And again, it may be as a last resort, but certainly not my first idea.
I understand.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. I know Haida. Coming from experience, I wouldn't want. He kind of trails off.
Momo.
Anyway, it's up to you. What would you like to do for your mother?
I just want her to be safe. I don't want her to suffer any more than she already has.
She might suffer either way.
One way or another. We're going to get her out of this. And if that means getting a flower or even putting ourselves at risk.
I think we'd be putting ourselves at risk either way.
It's worth it for the ones that we love.
I look at Corellian and kind of sink down into my chair just a little bit. Right, so maybe we should take a day to think about this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm stuffed. I'm gonna go. Bye. And he kind of just swiftly walks out the door to escape this very thick atmosphere.
Malafane.
make things worse.
No, I just have a question.
What is it?
Has Momo always had this obsession with death?
Not particularly. It's a long story.
Okay, he should probably talk to someone about it.
I think he is. A couple people, actually.
Right,
Do you want to turn in, or... I don't know.
I need a few minutes.
Of course. Take your time.
Yeah, and she leaves.
Hey, I'm sorry that sorry, looking to Scam. I'm sorry that I've been so, aggressive.
Dance like a chicken.
Pardon?
Dance like a chicken.
Is that literal, or?
Yes. Tuck your hands into your armpits, flop them around, buckle your knees, and dance like a fucking chicken.
What good will that do? Why?
Scam was just staring at him.
Oh my god, he's actually doing it. He's gonna do it.
There have been better chicken dances.
Not the worst, but there's been better.
Stiff and awkward.
Okay. Nice. I hold up a plate of metal of scrap I carry, and I will use one of my last other magical tinkering to capture this exact image of Malifane mid chicken dance. Type that away, and I say apology accepted. And I walk away.
Excuse me 1 second.
You successfully roll the dice. Corellian looks down. Good roll. No idea what that was supposed to do.
That's the sleight of hand.
I walked away.
Yeah.
He's fucking gone.
I'm gone. I walked
You attempt
away.
to pickpocket Scam from across the room after he's
All
left
right,
the room.
Fair enough. Fair
He
enough.
makes grabby hands at Scam.
Fair enough.
Vibe
yeah.
check.
Vibe check.
Vibe check! You have failed to vibe check Scam. And on that note, we're gonna end the session. Next session, Sending Stones will be done. We're gonna go to the south of Irion. You're probably gonna die. Whee! See y'all in a week. Bye-bye.